Bookkeeping is super important for real estate investors, and there's like a few areas that I like to highlight. So I think the first one that comes to mind when someone's thinking about hiring a bookkeeper is the tax prep piece of things. So, tax season comes around once a year. I think it's a really stressful time for anybody who doesn't, keep their books up regularly, understand accounting. Easing tax time for you, but once you have your bookkeeping done, that's a breeze. Also, it will allow your tax CPA to offer you kind of better advice, because once they have a clear picture of your business, they can really help you with optimizing your tax strategies. Also, kind of the biggest piece of having your bookkeeping done is really performance analysis. If you're, say, you hold long-term rentals, it's so important to see how your properties are performing real time, so you can see maybe if there's a property you should raise rent at, or if there's a property that maybe you should sell. And if you're a flipper, you definitely want to have your bookkeeping done so you can analyze kind of like how you're tracking against the rehab budget, and if there's costs you should be, allocating elsewhere. So yeah, the performance analysis is a huge piece. Also, real estate investors work with lenders a lot, and there's a lot of these lenders will require financial statements in order to get comfortable with your business so that they can be comfortable giving you a loan. So like the last thing you want is to not have your financials ready when you find that great deal and you're working with your lender. You want to just be able to hand over your financials and just be ready to go. And then the last piece, which I think is mostly from like a life perspective, is just your time and your stress management. Most people don't love accounting or bookkeeping. You didn't become a real estate investor because you wanted to spend all your time bookkeeping. So your time is usually better spent focusing on things where you can provide more value, like analyzing that next deal, meeting with your contractors or your team, walking properties, things like that. A lot of my clients also, this isn't their full-time job, so they only have limited amount of time. So you can outsource as much as you can, and bookkeeping is usually one of the first things that people like to outsource.